Both Orange and myself have put out some pretty sweet footage of Terra slapping this week in Arena, and a lot of players might be thinking that maybe they didn't rate her highly enough. However, I don't want people rushing to her banner because there's still a lot of time left, and we've just been showing you all the matches where things went well, all the best matches and matchups for her, but there's actually a few weaknesses that she does have. So let's talk about some reasons why Terra might come down to earth in the next few weeks. Just one quick disclaimer, I've been sick this week. I actually wanted to make this video like an entire week ago, like on the Monday that the news came out and we didn't get the global original. I wanted to make this video, but I wasn't able to. So it's coming kind of late at this point, but it's still a good video. It's still relevant. So here we go. In my should you pull video for Terra, I didn't recommend that people pull for her, and this was because I knew that we would soon be getting a large influx of water units and that water would be very prevalent in all PvP modes. And I didn't want to recommend pulling for a unit that people would then be disappointed if they couldn't slaughter in all over their account. Particularly in guild battle formations on defense would be where it would be just kind of a mistake to leave a fire team up once we start getting these water units. I also think that Terra benefits greatly from being in a mono fire team, and not everybody can fulfill that requirement. She doesn't need to be absolutely in a mono fire team, but it's definitely her best place. She loves to have that HP up, not just the fire attack up, because you know, she's got such a high base HP. But also, when you have Meltdown as the most important move on your kit, you want it to do as much damage as possible, because the difference between it taking out somebody in one shot or not could be the difference between you winning or losing a match. So yes, Terra is great, and I did think that she would be. I've been using her both in auto and manual PvP for great results in the last CM here, but then also in Arena and in guild battle. She's powerful, she can deal a lot of damage, like way more damage than I kind of gave her credit for, and she has nice levels of spirit penetration and slash resist penetration. She doesn't have any magic resist penetration, but that's okay, we can kind of substitute for that in more and more places now. And that Meltdown upgrade turned out to be, like, we knew it was a big deal to have 6 uses for guild battle, but even not in guild battle, sometimes you have to kill people that many times. I've fought some pretty top evasion lock-in Elena parties where if they actually get their buffs off and they have a bunch of re-raise and courage, you need to be able to kill them a bunch of times, and the rest of your party might not be able to. So Terra needs every single use of that skill, and it's incredible. So the other thing is courage. I don't think I rated that highly enough. It is very impactful. I lost my second guild battle fight today, and I could see that if I had a second use of courage, I would have won straight up. She would have got a turn, she would have wiped out the other party. They didn't have that much health left, so it all came down to whether or not she survived a hit from somebody, and because it was the second guild battle, she had already used courage in the first guild battle, then I was not able to win that fight. So it is a game changer for her, so she has a lot of good things going on. However, there are some weaknesses that you may not have seen exploited in Terra yet, or particularly if you don't have her, because that's how it works. Every unit's amazing until you have them and you see what shuts them down, but here's a few things that I've noticed. Her mobility is very poor, and her range is even worse. You're effectively limited to the range of Meltdown against Light Evade because her accuracy is so low on her other abilities, her whole kit, that she's only ever going to hit with that. It means she's always going to use it. It's a high power move, so that's really good. But it also means that her counter, which is very, very important, her AP drain counter, is actually, it's going to miss on those evade units, so she can get hit all you want. You might as well put in a different counter if you're targeting light evade, because she's not going to hit with that AP counter, and it is a really big counter for her. She wants that AP. She can run out of AP. In guild battle, when you fight non-light teams, you might be using her limit burst a lot more. It's her highest range, it's her strongest ability, and it gives her a pretty unreal amount of spirit penetration, but it only has the one use. So effectively, once you've used it, for the rest of the fight, you don't have that type of range, but you do have the spirit penetration. But then in fight 2 of a guild battle, you're not going to have that anymore. So taking out tanks, taking out non-evasive units, that is that very small skill set kind of coming to fruit there. I also wanted to talk about this arena map where she's showing so much potential. It is a agility up for fire units on the current map, and she's still slower than Locke and Elena. And now she's supposed to be slower than both of them. That's not a crazy surprise, but it is a big deal that she can still get lapped, especially when the agility goes down in something like Guild Battle. People can run around her, and that's kind of a problem. Also on the current arena map, Locke and Elena don't really get very many buffing turns. Like, you can actually pull a Locke out really quickly, maybe even on turn 1 without using a buff, and we're really not seeing the full terror of light in arena right now. It is very much a suitable map for fire to take over, or other elements too. So it's not the best map for light unless you're going against a team that does not know how to deal with your evasion. So when we see light in Guild Battle, which, you know, top 40 of Legend, we're still seeing pretty much like 95% light teams on defense. They're doing a little bit better than what you would have been seeing in the arena videos that have been out this week. And then finally, water is coming, and for whatever reason, I feel like people have not built Celas quite as fast as Terra, which is kind of funny because she came out a week later in JP, and it's almost like that happened here. I don't know, I'm not seeing nearly as many Celas. Maybe that's because of the arena rules, I don't know, but we are going to see more water teams, and it is going to be a lot harder to run fire teams. We're going to see all these units with their trust stones fully built out, and it's going to change things. So you have lots of time on this banner. Just hold on a second if you're getting really hyped up about Terra. So what am I saying with this video? Something that I probably should have said in my Terra video, which is if you're thinking about pulling for her, just wait. There's still a lot of time, and we have a global original unit that's coming out soon, we think. I think that the element of water is just going to continuously get more and more powered up, and there's going to be less opportunities to use Terra. Now, Terra has a great outlook in the long term because she's very powerful and has a ton of parts of her kit, so I think that it isn't a terrible thing to have her. I just think that right now she's being shown in a very favorable light, and I don't want people to get the wrong idea. She is a fantastic unit, but she is not doing it all by herself. She's part of a team. A lot of people are seeing how good Satya is this week because of all the things that she's doing. She's doing even some tank busting, or just loosening people up for a big meltdown because she can imperil them even if they evade. She can get rid of reflex with her abilities. So she's helping Terra put away these people. Mont now is becoming a really good tank again, against magic damage, because we're having all of these ways to use second VCs and trust stones. So the whole team is coming together. It's a whole picture thing and not just a one unit thing. Now, if we get this global original unit and it is fire, then definitely go pull for Terra because you'll want to combine them for sure. But if it's a water unit, then you might really want to hold off there. If it's an ice unit, then oh boy, yeah, go pull for this unit again, or for Terra again. But if it's like a wind unit or something else, then again, we kind of have to evaluate, look at the kit, and kind of figure out what would be the correct choice. That's going to be it for this video, and I'm sorry that I haven't put out a video in a while. I've been feeling pretty under the weather. I'm actually feeling pretty tired after recording this, so I'm probably going to go lie down and maybe play some Metroid Dread after this, which I just got. It's awesome. But otherwise, I'll see you all in the next video. We're going to be doing some more arena stuff soon, but also, hopefully, I'll be breaking down a new global original fire unit before too long.